Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So yeah, obviously during the Christmas New Year break I didn't do any sit down videos because yeah, I was basically with family living my best life. But now that I'm back in Lagos, I decided that let me just you guys small. Let me just tell you about what a disaster my whole wedding dress situation would have been and how I finally managed to pull it together last minute. So yeah, this is the wedding dress I wore. Finally, I'm going to put it all over this video. It's so beautiful. It was like a ball gown. It was so nice. Would you believe if I told you that I made this wedding dress in 1 month? Yeah, so it came together all in 1 month. So where do I even start from? Okay, let me start from the beginning. So when Chike proposed to me, obviously one of the first few things that came to my mind is what wedding gown am I going to wear? What wedding dress am I going to wear? Where am I going to buy it from? I know that in recent times a lot of Nigerian vendors have been doing good jobs with like custom made wedding dresses. So I knew a custom made wedding dress was an option for me. So I started to reach out to some of them, some of the names you know. All these Instagram vendors, I shall reach out to them and a lot of them were telling me, okay, it will take minimum 3 months, 6 months. Chijeke proposed like January, I'll be February. Our wedding was in April, so it was a quick, kind of situation. And I thought, okay, I don't have the time for this, I need something quick. And I always knew I wanted a custom wedding gown, not for any special reason, but I wanted to look gang. I wanted it to be tailored to my body. I wanted it to be snatched. I wanted to give you guys Kim K, Beyonce. I wanted to give you all the vibes, So hey, I went on the hunt for wedding dress. So in fact, my friend Debbie and we went to all those shops you see on Instagram. Most of them are on Ikeja, on one particular road on Ikeja. I went to all the shops. So they're literally entering and leaving. I even found this one that was okay, but it was a little too tight, and then they had options, to get your gown custom made. You have to give them time. And mind you, this was at the start of the whole Corona saga in Nigeria, so we were very careful, and people were being very careful, and also businesses were being very careful because some of them knew that the borders were going to be shut very soon. So their waiting times, it really affected their waiting times. So at the end of all this waka with Debbie, I could not find anything nice, and in my head I was thinking, hey Chinazon, your wedding is just a bit less than 3 months. What are you going to wear? I was just laughing at myself because I was like, I've always had a vision. I know that I wanted something beautiful. I had a price range in mind. I knew my sister bought this really extravagant, luxurious wedding dress, and she told me right from day one, see, buying an expensive wedding dress is not worth it because you're only going to wear it once and that's it. So in my head I was like, okay, if I listen to his advice, I don't need something that is way too expensive, but obviously I still wanted something that was luxurious, that was nice, that was unique, something I was pinging. Okay, so last I had my budget. I knew what I wanted, and I did not find it in any of these stores. And then the people that were going to make custom made gowns for me were telling me that my timeline did not match. In my head I was just like, wow, what am I going to do now? Okay, last I was able to find this contact of this person that is abroad, that basically you send them your measurement and then they help you source for your wedding gown. You send pictures of what your inspiration, and then they get the wedding gown custom made. So and I went to that option. It was very expensive, but I went to the option because I was like, okay, I don't have time, at least this will be kind of what I want. So at the end of this process I kind of got a nice wedding gown, semi-ugly, because like I would have wanted something more dramatic, but the price range was okay. It was nice-ish, but it wasn't the most dramatic. It wasn't, in fact, the one I ended up wearing is more beautiful in my opinion because it was more sparkly. It was what I wanted in terms of design, but it was not as shiny as I wanted it to be, if that makes any sense. I mean, I was very particular. Like, I just didn't want any tacky lace on my wedding dress. Like, I wanted it to be nice. You could have lace, but not any tacky lace or nothing too common. So after so when this wedding gown was done, that's when lockdown fully set in. At this point our wedding was postponed. So first of all, my wedding dress was stuck where it was made, and wedding was now postponed. So I was like, okay, fine, cool, no problem. Fast forward now, wedding gown came back. I tried it on. At this point it was a little snug, but at least it could go up. It looks nice, with the right body. It was okay. It was okay. So everything was back on track. At this point I just knew that, okay, maybe I need to lose like 5 kg to fit into it perfectly. And then as everything was happening, as I was just planning, okay, I can still make this work. Let me not even go into the traditional wedding dress because the tailor just messed that one up. Like what I was supposed to wear originally, just that one down the drain. In fact, today I've not opened that Ghana mosque after the fitting. I've not opened the Ghana mosque. I just paid the woman and left that. But let me not deviate. Back to the point of this story. So, that's how I now found out I was pregnant. Like sis was pregnant. I had not fixed a new wedding date and I was pregnant. At this point I had just done my ego, and yes, small thing, pam, I got pregnant. And I was like, wow, Chinazon, you've not done wedding. Okay, I was like, okay, there's two options. I have options here. Maybe I can do my wedding quick now, belly will not show. But that 5 kg I was trying to lose for that dress to like fit better, that one is not going to happen. So many things were going through my mind. I was like, should I fix this dress? Do I need a new wedding dress? But after I weighed all my options, I realized that, come on, I'm not even going to do my wedding anytime soon. I'm going to do it all the way in December. So I chose that wedding date. It wasn't like I knew I was already pregnant and I still chose a December wedding date, because honestly my last problem, like in Igbo culture, once they've done your ego, you're married. So my last problem was being a pregnant bride, because honestly I was already culturally married, so it wasn't my problem. Like I was in my husband's house already. My biggest problem now was just, what am I going to do about this wedding dress that I spent how much on? Jesus Christ, please help me, help your child, give me suggestions. At this point I'll call my sister, I'll call Nelu, I'll call everyone and just be like, hey, what are we going to do about this wedding dress? My mom just told me just forget it, just forget that's your original wedding dress, because you're not going to wear it, forget that money, just burn it. I'm like, God, it was a tough pill to swallow because I spent a lot of money on it. Okay, my pregnant stuff at this point, I didn't care. Early pregnancy, I was like, I'll worry about that one when I get to that breed. Like, I'm not about to bust my head over worrying about something I cannot control. I just had this nonchalant attitude, because honestly my biggest problem then was just how to not be asleep all the time. I was literally just sleeping all the time. Like I gave no F's about anything. I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll put December wedding date, I'll figure it out. And besides, borders are opening up, maybe I'll get another wedding dress. In fact, but October, my wedding was in December. October I still don't have a wedding dress. We entered November, that's when the thing became real. Would you believe if I told you that it took me just 1 week to find new fabric for my wedding dress, a new vendor to sew it, and just 1 month from the wedding? Obviously, like the wedding was December 29th, and I knew that I had to be in the East from like 20th. So I knew that unfailingly by like 14th highest, my wedding dress needed to be in my hands. I needed to be sending it back to the East ahead of my travels, because my wedding was in the East. So I was now calculating all these things, and I said, hey, what do I do? Because like I could have figured it all out like the couple months before November, but I was just too nonchalant. And honestly, early pregnancy, I could not even get myself to worry about that one. And I called my whole team, my sister kept telling me, Nazom, trust me, you're already pregnant. You don't want to look ugly on that day. You don't want to look ugly, you mark my words, because you're going to look at pictures and you're going to be like, you're already fat, and then you don't want something that will make you feel even worse. You need a wedding dress that you're going to love. That's what she kept telling me. And I was like, yeah, I got what she was trying to say, but it didn't really sink in. But that first week in December, first week in November, really started. I was like, okay, yes, Onye has a point too. Okay, so she now told me, you know what, let's find a vendor. She was searching, and then luckily she found this because at this point my original wedding dress was like fitted, but at this point I needed something that would be like ball gown, like a princess gown, which, if you know me, I've always said I don't want a princess gown. I want like something fitted, snatch, like I already said earlier. So she found, I think there's this dress, the person that made my wedding dress, Miss Vesty of House of Vesty. There's this dress she made for Mercy, and it was a really nice ball gown. So Nye sent me the picture, and she was like, oh, look at this this dress. So it's not a wedding dress, but I think whoever made this should be able to make a really nice ball gown. And I'm like, oh, are you sure? She's like, yeah, like go through her page. Okay, I looked through her page, it looked okay. I was like, at this point I was just like, anything goes. Okay, so fine, we found one potential vendor that could sew the dress. So now we're left with fabric here. So I have a family friend, she deals in luxury fabrics. In fact, since like 6 years ago when she started this business, we've always been patronizing her. Starting from my mom, we've always bought like luxury fabrics from her. So if you're looking for like luxury, really nice, unique fabrics, not even sourced from Nigeria, probably sourced from outside of Nigeria, then you should hit her up, Yuka Fabrics. So I hit her up and I'm like, see, yo, please, I need fabric for my wedding dress. Like, I found a vendor and I know she's going to do a good job. I hope she's going to do a good job, but I need a fabric that, you know, is going to shine. I need something that looks so beautiful and, you know, that is unique. Please help me out. I don't have time. I only have about a week to pull all these things together. So is there a way for you to source a fabric for me within 1 week? And she was like, Nazom, this one is a tough one, but you know what, I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to try my best. So immediately she got to work. She was sending me pictures. So finally I now found this applique that looked really nice. It like in the picture she sent, it wasn't like a wedding dress. It was an event dress kind of, but you could wear it for your wedding. The lining wasn't white or ivory, it was more like a gold-ish creamish lining, so it had a different look. But I was like, oh yes, I can definitely work with this. It's beautiful. Please, can I get it? How much? She told me the price. I sent her the money. I paid for shipping. She sent it to me. At the same time, she was even helping me source for traditional wedding materials as well, because me, for traditional wedding, I knew that I didn't want George. I didn't want like any of the, you know, normal traditional wedding materials. I wanted something unique, so she helped me source for those materials as well. So she was like, since we're already sourcing for those, let's just do this at the same time. So I paid for everything, you guys. I paid for everything, and then she now sent it to me. So I called, in the meantime, I called Miss Vessi. I'm like, yo, hello, my name is so and so. So my wedding was supposed to be so and so. I got pregnant later and my dress does not fit. Please, can you help me? I only have 1 month to my wedding. Can you help me? I'm really desperate. And she was like, you know, I think I sent her a DM before I gave her a call, but she was like, okay, fine, let's just see what we can do. So I told her, you know what, I already sent for this fabric. Can I come with it so that the consultation will go better? She was like, yeah, sure. I've never met this person. No, this is just Instagram communication and phone communication. So I let it go. So I had like a few days when the fabric finally came, paid for everything, and I took the wedding dress fabric. I took the traditional one to the traditional person that was saying the traditional, took the wedding dress fabric and went on this journey to go and meet Miss Vessi. So when I went to Miss Vessi, at this point, I only had 4 weeks to spare. Literally, there was no more time. And I told her, please, though, you know, I've been talking to you on the phone. First of all, it was a journey to get to her. I've been talking to you on the phone. And, like, when I got into her shop, I was like, whoa, this is, like, one of those hole-in-the-wall kind of places. But I'm not someone to judge a book by its cover. I was just like, okay, her work looks good. And this person knows what she's doing. Let me not judge by the shop, let me not judge by any of those things. Let me just talk to her. If she seems like she knows what she's doing, then she knows what she's doing, because being a great tailor, being a great seamstress, being a great stylist or whatever is not by your environment. You have to blow first before you go to Lekki or Ikoyi or have those big offices. Like, you need to have enough money and enough, you know, power. Like, you have to be able to deal with that. It's not just by staying in those nice shops where there will be AC, there will be champagne. She had AC in her shop, right, and there was fun. Like, you'll be fine, but it was just, let me say, for someone doing that level of work, it's not what you'd expect. It's like a hole in the wall place, but she sabi the work. So you guys, never judge a book by its cover. That's one lesson I learned. So last we got talking. Now that I introduced myself, actually though, my baby girl went with me. So To was like, hey, I'm sure she can do this job, because Tochiko was freaking out. She was like, worried about this fabric, it's expensive, we don't have time, what if things don't work? And I was like, To, do not worry, I'm sure she got this covered. I did not have time for any negativity. Me, I just wanted to be in a positive mindset. I just wanted things to be positive. I did not have time to be freaking out, you know, that kind of thing. I just had to put myself together and just, okay. So at this point I'm like, okay, so this is the fabric I got. Thank you to Yuka Fabrics for coming through. I already got that fabric, and I'm like, okay, this is the one I have, and this is what the picture looks like. So I want a wedding dress. I want it to be a ball gown. I think you can do a good job. I'm pregnant. It's not like I'm trying to hide the pregnancy, but I wanted something that will, you know, be flattering to my belly. I'm already big. I don't want to look so big. I still want to have some shape, at least at the top. You know, we had a consultation. I told her I want long sleeves. And then I showed her the applique, and I told her, you know, everything I wanted. She told me, you know what, let her just measure me, and we discussed price and all that. And honestly, considering that she did the express work, and she had to source the fabric underneath, and like, she gave me a decent price because she did the veil as well. And so I told her, I begged her, say, please consider me. I've already had a wedding before now. I don't have excess money. Like, I cannot go and be asking my husband's people. I cannot go and be asking my father for money over and over again for something that should have been done already. You know, they've already tried their best. Everyone has tried their best. I beg, consider me. So she was like, okay, this is the best I can do for you. So basically she saved my life. And after she measured me, I just left that consultation thinking, okay, because she was like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to put this applique here. So the ball gown is going to come with like this one underneath so that it can, you know, ball out. Yeah, like the sleeves are going to be this. Okay, we don't have enough for the back. We're going to use this for the back, and then the sleeves I'm just going to put random stones. You know, all this kind of thing. We had like consultation. So I shall walked away from that consultation thinking, Jesus Christ, what's next? To hey God, this is what disappoints me. This is like all my eggs are in this basket. Jehovah, please help your daughter. Oh. Me that was on nervous before, I started to have nerves, like, because I was like, I've already spent so much on the applique, and now it's not remaining this dress to come together. She said, I'll contact you in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks time, you're going to come to do a fitting, and then that's it. I'll take 1 extra week to, you know, finish up the dress, and then you take it. I was like, okay, I paid her deposits and everything that day after I left. And so she started work. You guys, 3 weeks passed. I contacted her. She said, hey, please, can we just do one last fitting next week? In my mind, I was already like, hey, I can't see which one is one last fitting next week? Does that mean that what if something goes wrong? There will be no time because I have to be on my way to the village. Who will bring this dress back for me if things don't work out? And how will I even fit it? How will I know everything will work out? You know, there were 1,001 thoughts in my mind. I was already like just freaking out. Seriously, Tochi was like, "It'll be fine, it'll be fine." As long just have faith, just have faith. So finally, you guys, I think it was December 4th or so. This was about 1 month after the initial consultation. I went back. My heart was just doing bim, 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 bim. At this point, I was like, okay. Also, don't gain too much weight because if you gain too much weight, that measurement that she took the last time, it will not work again, and there's no time for readjusting and all these kind of things. So that month I really tried my best. I didn't even gain 1 single kg because like my antenatal was like 2 days before, so I did this. I knew I didn't even gain 1 single kg. Like I was trying my best not to gain weight. So I shall went for the consultation. This one I knew I didn't gain weight, but obviously the baby was growing, so my belly was still growing. I just didn't gain weight. And then we went for this fitting, you guys. Hey, my mind was blown. Like that's why I'm telling you, this lady literally saved my life like last minute, because my initial thought was just, where will I start from? You know, that kind of thing, like where will I actually start from? And it went from where will I start from to wow, Vesty, you did this. You actually did this. If you even see, the dress covered the whole shop. I felt like a princess. The thing hugged me in all the right places. I think there was even no sleeves when we were doing the fitting. She was going to attach the sleeves, but I did not care. Like just the way the thing bowed, the way the dress was shining, the little details. Me, I was impressed though. I don't know what impressed me the most. If it's the fact that she did a good job with the applique that I got, or it was the fact that she did it on short notice. You know, I really don't know. But I was so happy that she really delivered for me, because even without the sleeves, like she was telling me, okay, so we have to put this in the bag, this is how you do it, and they have to tie you into that dress. If you see the procedure to get into the dress, there's step 1, there's step 2, there's step 3. Step 1 is the thing you wear under, the step 2 is the actual dress, step 3 is what they put on your back, like which is like a piece of material, and then before they lace you in. She did all these things, and me and Tochukwu, our minds were just like we're like, wow. At this point, I'm sure she was like, yes, so my dear, my sister, help me, I deserve it. Me, I was like, you too, self, you too do, you try. You deliver now. At this point, all my worries just flew out the window. I was just like, wow, so this is how I'm going to feel like on my wedding. I'm just going to walk in like a princess with that not one princess dress. Oh, I already imagine myself just gingerly walking like Cinderella with my dress down the aisle. And you guys, see the video now. See the video. Let me just attach it here. So this is my first official wedding dress fitting. You guys, you know this is what I went through with this dress, but thankfully my sister helped me and I found someone that was able. And yeah, this is product of 1 month of making the wedding dress, and we are almost there. This is like, I would say 80% complete, but like 80% complete. So there's going to be sleeves, and as you can see the details. She's done a good job. I'm happy. I feel like a princess. And I used to always say I'm never going to do a princess dress, but yeah, I'm convinced now. You look beautiful. Thank you. Hey, you guys, in case you're interested, I don't know if when I'm going to post this video, I don't know if my actual wedding would have happened, but
I doubt it anyway. I'm going to show you guys a lot more later on. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this dress. So they're trying to tie me inside this dress. I have no freedom. They're locking me up like it's a cage, but I will survive. It's just for a few hours.
Tell them that they don't finish the hand.
Yeah, so the hand, we are still working on the hand. There's still going to be a sleeve because I'm not about to rock my Christian mother hand like that, but I'm not that confident. But yeah, there's going to be a sleeve, but this is, yeah, that's why I said 80% complete, because the body is basically complete. I'm sure it's just basically, yeah, just it's just the hand, basically. But it looks so cool. Yeah, it's
Listen, wedding dress go back. Don't do anything. No, you do nothing. Oh, bless you. Can send it to us. Details are really like literally.
But also take a picture from the back when you're done, okay?
If it's you, won't your mind be blown? You guys. So that's how Shisha saved me. That's how Vesti and Yuka came through for me last minute, and I was able to get a wedding dress last minute, even though like my whole wedding dress situation was a disaster. They pulled through for me. She attached the sleeves, and yeah, the pick I got was not enough to go down the sleeves like I originally wanted, but at least it covered my back, and it was beautiful. Like my wedding dress was beautiful. I got so many compliments, and I think she deserved the price that she got. It wasn't too expensive, it wasn't cheap either. It was just deserving of her work, and I think she did such a good job. So I just wanted to do this video to share, explain the hassle I went through to finally find the perfect wedding dress, and talk about how I nearly escaped a whole disaster that would have been something else on its own, because honestly I feel like that's a story time I just had to share because of the emotional trauma. And thanks to my sister who found her, and thanks to Vessi herself for coming through, thanks to Yuka for coming through for me with the fabric. You never disappoint. Like my traditional wedding dresses, my everything, she never disappoints. So if you got your money, just go to her, she's gonna deliver for you. That one is for sure. So you guys, like that's the end of this video. I think I've even talked too long. You know me, I know it's a bit gist, but I try my best to explain in my own way. So that's how what happened, but hopefully I took you through the up and down journey that I went through to get this dress in this video, because that was the whole point of this video. But anyway, yeah, I have errands to run, so I gotta go. Today that I have energy, let me take advantage of it, because if you've been pregnant before, you know that some days you have energy, others you don't. Like see my makeup today, just concealer and eyebrows and lip gloss and contour. So like that's to show you I don't even have strength, because normally me I'll be blowing the foundation and stuff on my face. But yeah, you guys are too talk. I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? It was nice gisting with you guys. Bye bye.